Alrighty, so tell me again why you put this board here.
Okay, so this board is going up all the way. Okay, so the corner of this rafter hits here, okay? It's on the outside.
Right.
Okay, and now I'm putting this up underneath the front. It will also make a joint so that it keeps all this from rattling in the wind.
Right.
Any of the joints, it's overlapping all the existing joints. Okay, so you're all saying you're supposed to notch those 2x4s like this. Let me show you. You're supposed to notch them like that so they fit down in. This is why I don't do that. Because now my rafter is sitting on
that much instead of
that
the full.
much.
Right.
Okay? And the end is really not supported by much because it's literally like this. This is all above this. Okay? So that's all above that. But this part here is now basically setting off in no man's land.
Right.
And it's literally maybe 1.5 inches of wood between it and the outside. So I don't do it that way. Also, this is kind of a pole barn construction technique. You either put this board on the outside out here,
right,
or you put it on the inside and have it come up. And this is actually my invention. Most people, when they build a pole barn, the board goes on the outside like this, on the outside of this, and knocks that all together. Then you put your rafters on top of that. But this allows it, like I said, now it hits here, and it hits here.
Right.
Since I'm not putting wallboard or anything on this, it doesn't matter if this is on the inside. Now, if I was putting wallboard here, I wouldn't want this here.
No, because it'd be in the way.
This would mean I'd have to put little pieces and put in here to have something to nail the
wallboard too. Right.
So this is just something you would do on a porch like this, which is what we're building.
Right.
So there's going to be a railing system over there. So and it's just screwing them in at this point. Okay, so they're not sucking up tight the way I want them to, so I'll show you what I've been doing.
Because the boards are trying to warp. What a shock.
Well, these at least are not pressure treated. They're not warping the way the pressure treated do. But they still, you don't get good. These are number 2s.
Right.
So let's not even pretend that that went into nothing. Which I should have known because it breaks the seam. That went into nothing because I went above the board.
There you go, there you go.
Okay, so see, that's about right there. But down there, it's not up tight. I'm going to show you how I make it tight and do it by myself and blah, blah, blah. It's actually really easy.
Nice and tight there. So these aren't pressure treated boards?
No, because they're going to be all of these, including the bottom ones and the top ones, which were pressure treated boards.
Right.
That was because the pressure treated boards, the 10-foot pressure treated boards, were cheaper than the 10-foot regular boards.
That's crazy.
Because they didn't have them in a number 2.
Huh.
So you had to buy
number 1s.
So it was cheaper to get pressure treated. But it doesn't have to be pressure treated. There's a roof going over this.
Yes.
These are all pressure treated for the same reason. It was cheaper. And again, I like to mix a combination of cement coated nails and screws. Because the screws are really good at keeping wind and other things from pulling the boards apart. But if all you do is screws, it's not good as keeping it from twisting. So, those things. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the end where it's pushed down just ever so slightly. It's not bad, but I want it to be tied up against that so it's actually holding that board in place. So I'll show you what I've been doing.
It's a nice evening, considering how hot it's been.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is to work in the evening until it just gets so hot that it doesn't cool off at night at all anymore. That's what you got to do. You got to work in shifts. Work in the morning and come back in the evening. Okay, so I'm going to take this, put that over there on my board there. Grab the stinking thing. Okay, now I'm going to push up on that with my shoulder. And when I do, it makes it tight.
Oh, it's all the way up to the top.
Very easy.
And now it's tight. That's crazy. And you did that without any help from me.
I did it with no help.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. I mean, unless you're lucky enough to always just have help. I don't know about the rest of you, but most of the time I'm doing this by myself. But it's 50 times faster with help. I mean, I'd still be putting the rafters in.
If it weren't for having
If
Zeb
it wasn't
here.
for Zeb. Zeb and I put them all in, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between having good help.
Yeah, and we have someone coming.
Kind of in a hurry because we have the roofers coming to measure for the roof. Don't step in that hole.
That hole behind me, yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of those things don't do, people. When you think, I better tell them not to get in that hole. And then your brain says, no, don't say that. They know that hole's there. Then you don't get to when they fall in the hole. The stupidest thing people say is, I almost told you to watch out for that hole.
Yeah, no. And it doesn't matter. Yes, I know the hole's there. Hopefully I wouldn't be absent-minded enough to step in it, but you never know. And it never...
In a work-type situation, everybody's trying to get shit done.
Yep.
It's very easy to walk up. The number of roofers I know
who
have walked off the roof.
Right.
Walked off the roof.
Right.
That they were working on. It's pretty bad. That didn't suck in.
It did now.
Now it did.
Wow. That just really didn't want to go in there.
No, it didn't suck in.
It was down far enough, it just didn't go in against the board. Now it did.
Yeah. And see, then I'll do this. I'm going to wait and do this from the top because it'll be easier. I hope. If it's not, then I'll be like, oh, damn it. No.
So you toenailed down into the
Toenail
board.
into that, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like...
Going nowhere, yeah.
Well, it's still wobbly right now because I don't have all the cross bracing in. So when I get all the cross bracing in, it'll make it stronger.
I noticed you put the braces down here in the bottom. Are you going to put braces across here or no?
Yes, the braces will go. Oh my God.
I didn't know.
The braces will go in a pattern.
Okay.
That same pattern will be continued all the way through here. Plus, there will be one here, and one in each corner at the top.
Aha.
So it should be pretty strong.
Well then, and the braces, and then of course the nailers on the top will help too.
Yep.
Every little piece helps, yeah.
Oh no, that's no pickup.
It's just the board is just.
No, I don't like that. Okay. Number twos, people.
Yeah, number twos.
Okay. So what I realized is I need to flip this board.
Because it's got a cut out of it.
You've got number twos, which means they sometimes have little pieces out of them, barky edges and stuff like that.
And because of the way that is, it can't go all the way up.
It can go all the way to the top, but it's going to touch on only about a ½ an inch.
Yeah, right, because of the way it is.
Well, and that is the piece that, but I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is flip the board.
Let's see the difference here.
Yeah, see now It goes right up there.
Goes all the way up.
And now we got a good holding tension just the way I want it to. That. I see, and I didn't have to pick that one up.
Because the board is straight. It just has the...
Yeah.
Different boards have different issues.
Yeah, that's... But so far, I still have under $1,600 in it. And I still have all of this stuff in the truck.
Right. There's still quite a load in the truck.
So, and I have, when I get to the little pieces, I have tons and tons of those left over from all those pallets I built there.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, between her knees and all the other issues going on right now, ladders are not a good choice.
This is not a good choice either.
This isn't either.
What, the ladder would never be the choice.
Right.
The way to do this is to climb on the tie downs.
Right.
As you go.
Yeah.
As you work, you just move when you use them.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have enough balance to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm having to do everything the fucking hard way.
We hit the brakes on these.
Yeah, I put the brakes on and then I put
she's
a board
screwed
down,
in a
'cause
board.
The ramp keeps it from being straight.
Yeah, because the ramp keeps it from being completely straight. But anyway.
There
Okay.
you go. That's life. That's life.
Okay, I'm turning it off.
That's what all the...
Okay, so far it's working really well, even on the angle with the support. And she's actually able to reach what she's doing. She's got a lot of nailers on. But we are, of course, rapidly losing daylight, and we're both exhausted. It's been a long day. And she's especially exhausted because she's been up since the crack of dawn. So she got up this morning, set the scaffolding in the direction she decided was better yesterday.
Yeah.
And she has almost, well, she's almost finished.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Good.
Now I can just, I'm walking up. Now when I get it, and I'm able to go all the way to here, so from the other side I should be able to lean in all the way.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to climb between them, which was what was killing my knees.
no kidding.
You're
This is
young.
Great.
I don't know what that's...
And we might actually get rain in a couple hours, so that would be nice if this
Did
was
they
done.
say that?
Yes,
Good. Because we need it bad.
badly, I know. I'm going off.
After being...
Okay, so what'd you say you're doing?
Okay. So when I cut these, I had this much left over.
Right.
And I knew I was going to cut a whole bunch of those. So I decided to do my cross braces the length of one of these because I knew I was going to have a bunch of them.
Right.
Which means not cutting new boards or going and cutting, you know, some of the, pulling the shit that I
Yeah.
took off pallets out or anything like that. So just easy, and then we've talked about that before, trying to utilize all of the wood.
Right.
As much of the wood as possible so there's no waste. Okay, so then it turned out I had just exactly enough of them to do just the exact amount that I need to do all the cross bracing.
That's
So,
wonderful.
I love stuff like that. I love when that works out. But yeah, I literally said, oh, you know what? It's like that is, you know, that's long enough for the cross bracing for my rail system. And I'm going to have a bunch of them, so let's use those.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm marking them because, you know,
Cut them all at once.
measuring's for fucks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And there's measurings for sucks, and you're going to just cut them all at once.
Yeah, I just cut them. Okay, so and I'm marking them all, so I cut them all at once, and then I just put them in. It's like an assembly line. That's what my grandson said when we were putting the rafters in, because we cut them all first, and they were just setting here, and it was just set one up and I'd put it in, set one up and I'd put it in. He said, it's like an assembly line.
Exactly. Especially with someone who can hand you the stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I was saying to Len, I said, now if only I could find something to do with the little angle pieces I'm taking off.
Right.
And then she reminded me, well, we can burn them in the stove. And we can because these aren't pressure treated.
Right.
Pressure treated wood, especially fresh pressure treated wood, never put that in your stove. don't cook with it. It should go without saying, but you would be surprised how fucking stupid people. Oh no, that's right. There's lots of people that voted for Trump. So apparently stupidity it reigns supreme. At any rate, so pressure treated wood you can't. Now, once pressure treated wood is rotting and or full of bugs, then you can burn it for firewood, because guess what? If the chemicals were still in it, there wouldn't be bugs and rot.
Right.
So, yeah, even then, don't use a campfire. I have, as you know, I have a stove with a catalytic converter.
Right.
So it's not going to put it into the smoke. So there you go.
Okay, now I'm going away again. She is on the home stretch. She's putting up the last of the nailers. These are hanging out, so on the edge of what's going to be the roof. She's found a system for it, and because she's found a system, it's going really quickly. No, I'm not whispering. I'm just speaking. I don't have to be that loud. I'm right by the camera.
Okay.
Looks like you're actually going to get it done tonight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good. I'm not going to say anything.
And I didn't film this earlier, but she went ahead this morning and used up those pieces that she showed you that she was cutting. And she did finished this pattern on the front. Eventually there will be a railing here. These are also braces, of course, that help support it. She put one in the corner, two here in the middle, one on the end in the corner. It's going to look so awesome. It's already looking great. And it's completely solid. It's just amazing how stout this thing is. Of course, right now it's completely in the shade, which is awesome.
Yes, very awesome.
And we, yesterday, you and Zeb went through the front door? Is that right?
Was that yet? No, it was the day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday, you and Zeb went through the front door?
Yeah.
It's so awesome. Able to use the front door. Shut it.